Chapter 180. The 5 Daughters of Zuriel. And so they went to the children of Kisahel, who, too, were still lying on the ground, seized with extreme awe, but in their hearts truly praying to me, and praising me exceedingly. Having reached them, the high abbot stepped up to them and said, "Raise all you Kisahel's children, as well as those of his brothers, together with the mothers. For I, before whom you are lying on your faces, have come to you personally, veiled by a body like yours. And it is my will that you shall raise to the life of love out of me. Truly, those who will rise when I call to them shall attain to life and never taste death. But the ones who will not follow my call will remain lying henceforward. Therefore, rise now joyfully and freely. Amen." And they soon all rose to their feet, weeping for immense joy, for they all immediately recognized the one who bade them rise, and praised and glorified him with their most loving hearts. Among them were also 5 maidens, who were great-granddaughters of Kisahel. They were of exceptional beauty, and at an age of between 30 and 40 years. None of them had as yet a husband, although they had many suitors. For their unpretentious, devout father taught them to seek me and love only me. If they did this, he often told them, Jehovah would, at the right time, give them specially chosen husbands, with whom they would be very happy. Maybe even sons of the main line of Adam. For that meant to the children of the outer regions much more than nowadays the heir of an emperor. Guided by this good teaching, the 5 maidens loved Jehovah more and more, despite their for that time still tender years. Therefore I let them from time to time taste my love very deeply, and so they were secretly downright in love with me, their Jehovah, and would not turn their hearts from me, but their great longing for me kept growing from day to day, often even from hour to hour. They also loved each other inseparably, and that to the extent that one did what the others did, and the others what one did. Whatever they looked at delighted them, for they recognized in everything a precious reminder of their sole beloved. Especially when they found some fresh, unusual little flower, they thought I had no doubt meant it for them. That really overwhelmed them, and trembling with great love and awe, they took the little flower and, overjoyed, hurried with it to their father to show him what a beautiful thing their holy beloved had again given them. This made their father very happy too, and he always thanked me from the bottom of his heart for having guarded his dear children from many an unchaste pursuit of male lust. And after expressing his gratitude, he once more gave them as an offering to me, entreating me to also henceforth, with my love, graciously and mercifully draw the hearts of his daughters, which request I surely granted under the circumstances. And so these 5 maidens grew up in my love, and their beauty, attractiveness, and gentleness kept increasing, spiritually and physically. Indeed, their beauty was so great that any beauties at present on earth, even if all combined, would not amount to a dewdrop compared to them. For because of their great love for me, I let them, as far as this is physically possible, become heavenly beautiful, and they were called by everyone the beautiful children of love. Allura Heli. After this introduction, it will not be hard to imagine how these 5 maidens felt when in Abyddom they found their dearly beloved Jehovah. Had their father not restrained them, they would have really vented their feelings towards Jehovah. As Abyddom no doubt saw their love very clearly, he said to the father of the maidens, "Listen, Zuriel, do not restrain the ones that want to come to me. Or am I not the one whom alone, to love, you taught your daughters? So let them come to me, and do not hold them back." And the devout Zuriel then led his daughters, full of the greatest reverence, to Abyddom, knelt before him, for kneeling was his reverential way when praying to me, and said, "O Jehovah, you most holy Father of all men and Creator of all things, look graciously upon me and hear the stammerings of my mouth. Behold, the ones I have already from their childhood constantly given to you as an offering, and whose hearts I have through your grace guided to you, these gifts of yours to a most unworthy man like me, I am now bringing back to you, O Jehovah, as a pure offering, as far as I know, with the deepest gratitude of my heart for entrusting such a wonderful gift to me, unworthy one. May my offering be pleasing to you. O Jehovah, be gracious and merciful to me, poor sinner before you. O Jehovah, your holy will forever. Amen." And the high Abyddom replied to Zuriel, "Listen, Zuriel, the gift was blind and dumb when it was by my hand placed into the womb of your wife, and impure and dirty it came into the world. In accordance with my will, you have purified it with every effort of your heart, and have grown for me 5 pretty little trees of life, which soon will be bearing the most delicious fruit in my garden. You may be certain of that. The youngest I shall bless for the entire earth, and her descendants shall behold the great end of all things. And through the others, the artistic working of the Spirit shall be blessed. For there will be times when you will need the arts, and to those who will use them wisely, they shall be a blessing. Yet a judgment for those who will use them in their own interests. You, Zuriel, shall not ever taste death. Behold, I have now liberated your spirit from the flesh, so that it may be a master in its physical house, and walk in and out of it as it pleases. But you shall not leave your house for good until I shall have you called. I tell you, In the realm of the love-light you shall one day have the most beautiful dwelling with all your own, truly, more beautiful than all the visible heavens, and greater than they. But for now, stay with me together with your own. Amen. And then Abidan spoke to the 5 who loved him so much, asking them, Oluraheli, how do you like me? Are you satisfied with me? Did you maybe imagine me like this when in your love for me you were seeking my tokens of remembrance in the fields? And the 5, hardly daring to look at him, answered with sweet trembling voices, Oh, you sole object of our love, you see our hearts. We are much too unworthy of such grace from you. O Jehovah, you alone are our hope. You alone, the beloved of our hearts. How have we deserved it that you so graciously allow us to love you? That alone we recognize already humbly as the highest blessing. O Jehovah, if you allowed us just to touch you and at least press your hand to our heart. And Abidan bade them come close to him and embrace him, saying, After Eve, you are the first ones allowed to touch me. Since you now have already taken hold of me, I too will take hold of you with the hand which once created heaven and earth, and I will kiss you for everlasting life with the mouth which once, as now, bade all things come into existence. Therefore, you shall now stay with me and follow me to the morning height to Adam. Amen.